What if I told you that with just a few solar panels, you could pump thousands of gallons of water a day? No utility bills, no noisy generators, and absolutely no carbon emissions? Sounds incredible, right? But here's the kicker. Thousands of people are investing in solar water pumping systems and getting it completely wrong. They're either buying too many panels and overspending, or worse, underestimating their power needs and watching their system stall when they need water the most. Some even skip batteries altogether, thinking they're unnecessary, only to find out the hard way that their pumps won't work on cloudy days or at night. If you're considering powering a water pump, whether for your garden, livestock, or even irrigation on a farm, this is one video you cannot afford to miss. Today, we're breaking down exactly how many solar panels you need to run a water pump, with and without batteries. We'll look at real numbers, surprising truths, and clever tips to save you money while getting the most reliable water flow possible. If you care about smart solar planning, make sure you stick around until the end. And if you're passionate about sustainable energy, give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Let's dive in. Before we even think about panels, we need to understand the pump itself. Every water pump has a power rating, usually listed in watts or horsepower, and a duty cycle that tells us how often it runs. Is it a small DC submersible pump pulling 100 watts, or a beefy 2 horsepower irrigation monster gulping down over 500 watts an hour? This is where most people make their first mistake. They assume all pumps are alike and start buying panels without calculating the true energy need. But here's the truth. A 1 HP pump used for 2 hours a day is vastly different from a 0.2 HP pump running for 10 hours. That energy used directly dictates how many panels and whether a battery bank is required. So we begin with energy demand, measured in watt-hours per day. Once we know that, we can build the rest of the system around it. When choosing a solar panel for your water pump, one of the most important things to consider is the pump's power requirement. This is usually measured in watts and depends on a few key factors, like how much water you need to move each day, the height the water needs to be lifted, known as the head height, and how deep the water source is, especially if you're using a submersible pump. Generally, the deeper or higher the lift, the more power your pump will need. For instance, pulling water from a deep well requires a lot more energy than pumping from a shallow pond. To figure out the right size of solar panel, you can use a simple formula. Divide the pump's power requirement by the number of peak sunlight hours your location gets each day. So, if your pump needs 1,000 watts and you get around 5 peak sunlight hours daily, you'd need at least a 200-watt solar panel to meet that demand. Now, let's talk about direct solar power, running a pump strictly during sunlight hours without any battery storage. This approach is perfect for applications like watering gardens, filling ponds, or livestock troughs during the day. Say you have a 500-watt pump that needs to run for 4 hours daily. That's 2,000 watt-hours of energy. Divide that by the average sunlight hours in your area, let's say 5 good solar hours per day, and you'd need around 400 watts of solar panels minimum, but realistically, you'd size up to 500-600 watts to account for efficiency losses. It's that simple. But remember, this only works if you're okay with pumping only during the day. No sun means no water. For many, that's too risky. Enter batteries. Adding batteries changes the game. Now you can store excess solar power and run your water pump anytime, day or night. But this flexibility comes with complexity. Let's go back to our 2,000 watt-hours day example. Not only do you need solar panels that generate at least 2,000 watt-hours daily, ideally more, but you also need a battery bank that can hold that much energy, and potentially more if you want to survive cloudy days. For 2,000 watt-hours, you'd need at least a 2 kWh battery system. If you're using 12V batteries, that's roughly 166 ampere-hours total, spread across several batteries. Add a charge controller, inverter if it's an AC pump, and proper wiring. And now you've got a robust, resilient system that works around the clock. It's more expensive, yes, but for many, it's worth every penny. Let's make this real. One farmer installed 200 watts of solar panels for a 0.75 HP pump, thinking it would be enough. But he forgot about inverter losses, cloudy day margins, and seasonal variations in sunlight. Result? The system failed mid-summer when irrigation needs were highest. Another homeowner used a DC pump with just two 250-bar panels and no battery. It worked beautifully, until 3 rainy days hit and the water tanks ran dry. These stories aren't rare, they're common. To avoid them, always oversize your panels slightly, consider hybrid setups with minimal battery backup, and monitor your pump usage across seasons. Future-proof your design, and your system won't just work, it'll thrive. To wrap things up, here's a quick cheat sheet to help you size your solar water pump system. First, start by understanding your pump's power needs, which depend on things like how much water you need daily, the height you're lifting it, and the depth of your water source. Once you have the wattage, you can calculate the minimum solar panel size by dividing the pump's power requirement by the average peak sunlight hours in your area. Next, estimate your daily water usage in liters or gallons, and figure out how many hours the pump needs to run to meet that demand. For instance, if your pump delivers 2,000 liters an hour and you need 10,000 liters a day, it should run for 5 hours. Then, decide how to wire your panels. Connecting in series increases voltage, while connecting in parallel boosts current. For example, two 24-volt panels in series will give you a 48-volt system. And if you want more flexibility, consider adding a battery to your setup. It can store extra solar energy and allow your pump to work during cloudy weather or at night. Just make sure the battery capacity matches your daily energy use. As a vital tip, always oversize your system slightly to handle inefficiencies and ensure reliability year-round. So how many panels do you need to run your pump? The answer lies in how much water you need, when you need it, and how reliable your system must be. If you're using a small pump for a few hours in sunny weather, 2 or 3 panels may be enough. If you're irrigating acres of farmland, you might need 10 or more, plus batteries and a smart controller. The bottom line is, start with the math, plan for worst-case scenarios, and always give your system breathing room. Solar water pumping can be life-changing when done right. You gain independence, save money, and protect the planet, all in one smart move. If this video helped clear up the confusion around solar-powered water pumps, give it a like. It really helps this video reach more people. And if you want to dive deeper into the world of solar, whether it's panels, batteries, or DIY off-grid living, hit that subscribe button and join our growing community of future-focused thinkers. We're here every week bringing you the best tips, real talk, and smarter solutions in clean energy. Thanks for watching, and remember, your water and your power can come from the sun. Let's make it happen.